Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pimps and hoes. This is your man, DJ Just D, and this is another episode of Xtreme Truth. On my Screen Out 2 show, the icon, James motherfucking Grant.
Hello. And this is Extreme. And tonight we might go extreme. So if you ain't ready for it, woo! Say, I can't even talk right now. The shit is extreme, man. Yo, legend. Sorry.
And my further partner in crime, the legend, Damian, Oscar-winning Simmons.
What's low out there is that original official one from the Bricks, legend Damian Simmons. Glad you're joining us tonight. Let's rock it out.
All right, we missing out. He's not in tonight. He got some cancel culture things to handle. So it's just us three, so you got to deal with us for the rest of the night. So let's get started. Icon, we talked about this weekend, the first thing, Daniel Cameron and the Breonna Taylor thing. What's your thought?
Woo! Oh. Okay, so, today I was just reading over everything about the Breonna. Whew, man, okay. It's a tragedy. We have police officers shooting over 22 rounds. It's even reports of another officer shooting from outside, taking blind shots inside the home. It's crazy. It's crazy. It should be justice. We need justice, and it's just so unfortunate under this administration. Everything is happening. It's like, for some reason, everything that's crazy could happening under this administration.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what do you think about the response that Daniel Cameron gave to everybody on that press conference?
Please forgive me. I didn't see the press conference. I just heard hearsay. I didn't actually see it, so I don't want to fully comment it unless I saw it with my own two eyes. I heard stories, so if you saw it, let me know what you saw, because I believe your lips.
Well, from what I ascertained, it's just the bullshit that he was up there talking, and it seemed like it turned out to be something towards him than what it was in regards to the justice that's supposed to be served with Breonna Taylor. Les, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many different facts and falsities being thrown out there right now. It's really ridiculous. I mean, this woman was sleeping in her home. You got these cops barging in. Now, there's a couple of different facts that seems to be that people are misscrewing out there. I was hoping that person would actually even tune in tonight, because I want to make sure we're reading from the same sources to see which one of us is wrong. Everybody says she got shot in her bed, sleep. No, she wasn't asleep. I mean, she was asleep whenever they broke into the house and woke them up and alarmed them. As far as the shooting goes, and then all the neighbors testified in the beginning, in the first interviews, that they heard no knock at the door and no announcement of the police. There is only, out of all 12, I believe there's only one neighbor on the third interview, then all of a sudden said they announced themselves. And according to, I guess, all the accounts, it was about 40 seconds that they announced themselves before they even barged in, which is supposed to give them time to response, come to the door, etc. Now, you think you're sleeping in your house at night and you hear your shit kicked in, that you're not going to do anything about it? I mean, come on now, that's really ridiculous. And I guess that's really the only reason why he's getting off, because they know they're guilty about the shit. The only cop that got indicted in all this is the one whose bullet went astray into the neighbor's house. So basically, a wall is going to wind up getting justice before Breonna Taylor did, which is fucking ridiculous. The boyfriend was not the drug dealer. It was the ex-boyfriend. That's exactly from all the records that I've went across. That's the one that's actually said that he thought was breaking into the house, the boyfriend, because they've had problems with that. Obviously, it's always the ex and the current always bump heads, in most cases, especially when you're dealing with some cat out in the fucking streets, which her ex-boyfriend was. I don't know if y'all know, she had rented a car for this guy years ago, and the car turned up with a dead body in it. So this guy was obviously bad news. He wasn't happy about the fact of her moving on. Now, all these stories about her participating in moving drugs and things like that, there hasn't been any evidence found about that last time I checked. Anybody can feel free to correct me on that. So like I said, when you look at all those facts and everything in it, and I just want people to put themselves in her shoes. Because, oh, these cops shouldn't do nothing. So if I come to the house, I come to your house, I bust in through the damn door, and I'm startled because I don't think somebody's home, and I shoot you by mistake. I kill you. I guess I'm just supposed to walk through and say I'm sorry, right? Especially when these are supposed to be trained individuals. You know, I'm not one of these cop haters out here at all. But I believe, hey, if it's one law for all. So you hold them all accountable. If it counts for us, they got to be accounted for too.
She got shot 8 times, 22 rounds, over 22 rounds. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Right, which at the same time, they was also at the other address, I guess, for the ex-boyfriend or whatever, and already made the arrest before they went kicking in the fucking door.
Mm-hmm.
He was not serviced in the warrant, and that was stacked up. She was not listed as a threat. Therefore, there should have been no knock warrant even issued for that. But it was, because basically the way they did the paperwork was more copy and paste. So it's just like, if you're, you know what I'm saying, a felon, and I'm your next door neighbor, but they want to search us both because you're a felon. They know you got guns. They think I'm just, maybe stashing drugs or something. So they just copy and paste the same thing for me and you. Or maybe they just want to see if I have a restraining order. They want to see if I'm at this one's house, my baby mama's house, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they just copy and paste. So everything looks the same. They're not putting the specific details of what you need to go to that house for and what needs to be done. So it's sad. It's really, really sad. It's the saddest thing is we wouldn't even be having these proceedings if that didn't get brought to life. Brought to the light months later? It's ridiculous.
Pretty much. But I look at it like this: it's a double factor, not even a double factor. It's a fucked up situation, because with that being the situation that it was, if any reason it's supposed to at any time they're supposed to come with a warrant, it could have been no knock or anything, but they're supposed to announce themselves as soon as they kick in the door. I know that for a fact. And then the fact that they didn't announce themselves, I'm sorry, you didn't announce yourself, come kicking in my door. I'm putting one in. I don't know. I'm not stopping until I don't see no threat. That's just me. And I'm just like, I can't sit up here and I still can't grasp why you trying to charge your boyfriend for doing what he would do that would protect his home.
Right, and that's why they dropped it, because they knew it was bullshit. And on top of that, even though in that state, or I guess in that city, state, whatever, you don't have to have a license for the gun. He also had the paperwork for the gun too. Yep. So you know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Even when you're doing things legally, you still, I don't know, man.
That's the price we pay for being black, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let's go to the next. Rest in peace. Or they get justice for her sometime, someday. The boyfriend get off as much as possible, and the family can find some type of peace within this. Next thing I'll say, let's talk about Icon's favorite UFC fight this weekend.
Woo! Well, let me tell you, I had the pleasure of watching this with my lady and the legend. And I must tell you, I called it. I said Israel Adesanya was going to knock him out. Somebody has got something loud on. Yeah, Israel Adesanya is going to knock him out. And that's what he did in the second round. Now, I don't know if you heard, I believe it was today or just recent, Costa posted something on TMZ talking shit.
Again?
Oh, no, I didn't even see that. Really? You talking about before the fight or since the fight?
Since the fight.
Oh, yeah. He ain't learned? He ain't get the gums beat up enough? He ain't get that temple smashed in enough?
Man, yo, I don't know. I'm going
he got tagged in his temple?
Huh?
He got tagged in his temple?
He got tagged. He got tagged. He got tagged in the temple.
Got
Oh,
tagged
and
in
then
the leg.
got
Oh,
the leg shot.
his leg
Oh
was
my
finished.
God.
That nigga
Ooh.
got to be on crutches right now. His leg
Ooh.
was finished.
He fucked his leg up in the first round. By the time the second round was done, his his leg was bruising. Hold up. Here- Hold on. Here's what he say. He's talking shit.
Talk about the reaction that human trash did, a human trash did after a fight. I didn't see when I was there on the cage, but I saw now. I disapprove 100%. And to me, this is mortal now. Nobody will stop me. Nobody can stop me. I am on hot of collision with you, Adesanya. I want my rematch. And you know, I'm waiting for you. Something happened before the fight. I'm not excused here to my people, my fans, but I will be 100% to fight him and to make him pay. That's my words.
So you try to say he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, now he try to say he was 100%. Listen, he was popping shit all the way up to the fight. He was 100%. He was 100%. You know, people, but he was talking all that. Yeah, he was. He was talking about how skinny he was, and I was telling people, yo, he knocked out muscle motherfuckers before. I love the fight. The whole card was pretty good, pretty damn good. The last person that fought John Jones, yeah, Dominic Reyes versus John Blachowicz. Yeah, that co-main event. Um, yeah, if you remember Dominic Reyes from the John Jones era, the last fight they had with John Jones, he looked pretty damn good. In this fight, he didn't look shit like that. So, yeah. So that's about it I have for the UFC, y'all.
I can't wait for that for them to fight again, that rematch. It's like Icon said, the man he was 100% all the way up to the. He was 100% dancing around in the ring and fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like holding his hands down and doing all this shit. That don't sound like somebody that's not 100% what they be doing. You know what I mean? I was lucky because I did my show on Saturday, and then I stuck around to help the crew break down the set. So mind you, I think my show was over 8:30 or something like that, and I didn't even get done with them. I think what time was it? I got like 11 something, 11. When I hit you up saying I was on the way. Thank God it wasn't no traffic because I got down there to see the last 3 fights, and they were pretty damn good fights. So glad I made
had a good
it.
time.
Always enjoy the company.
You got here a little. I think you got here probably a little bit before 11. I don't know,
I
but
got
you see,
11:05. I remember because that's what the GPS was saying. So I got there 11:05. Yes, and that's the perfect way to cap off a great night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely had fun. It was a hell of a pay-per-view. The part that I saw too.
But again, kudos to you, brother, for your play. That was good. You did your thing.
Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate everybody that's supported, that's listening, or they'll be listening on the replay. Thank you so much for everything. It was a great time. I got a chance to get up there and really like test myself. That's really what the whole thing of me being involved in this. That's partly what it was about. So I definitely appreciate all the support, even some that wasn't going to be able to watch the show, pass the word along, and hope everybody enjoyed.
So let's see. Other sports. Yeah, I'm kind of upset my boys didn't win yesterday. The Cowboys lost. It was a good game though, but I really am impressed by I put some money on this game. Dolphins and Jaguars. I bet on the Dolphins and won me a couple $100. So I'm good about that. Everything else was like I kind of picked out everything else like it planned out. So, but my major one I was happy with the Dolphins. But I mean, other scores I don't really care about the Dallas Cowboys. And, whatever I put a bet on, so that's what I'm talking about. Let's see what else we got. Icon, what else we have tonight?
Oh, let me check. What else we have tonight? Oh, hold up. I almost went into the wrong thing. We're about to get cranking, but but before we do, because I am such a fan of this man. All right, the Godfather of Soul, James freaking Brown.
Wow.
All right, he's been dead. What's going on?
Yeah, he
But,
been dead, but
uh,
now there's an open case saying that it's a possibility he was probably murdered.
hey man, he been dead for how many years now?
Bro,
Uh,
this is exactly
uh,
what I was asking when I
two,
saw. I'm like, damn,
2000,
it's still an issue?
2006. Yeah, but this is crazy. But yeah, so let me see. One day last February, a woman walked into a prosecutor's office with a green plastic bin and an astonishing story for more than an hour at a conference table with me and two prosecutors from the Mayor Case Division, Fulton County. District Attorney Paul Howard listed to Jackie Hollander talk about the Godfather of Soul and his death in Atlanta in 2006. Although his death certificate says James Brown died of a heart attack and fluid in his lungs, at least a dozen other people have said they want an autopsy or a criminal investigation. Yeah, so the shit's still going on, basically.
I
That
didn't
makes
have
sense.
no idea about any of this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't even know
See,
this was still a thing. I thought my
no,
man got rest his soul. He done danced into heaven and we
I,
done moved on. Like,
I think his daughter has something to do with it. You know why? Because
wow.
they asked her, um, why don't you give an autopsy? Why don't you do an autopsy? She said, no, he does. I don't need to do an autopsy. We got the same blood. I'm his daughter. What type of answer is that?
off the chain. Off the chain.
Right.
Yeah, as I was reading the story, like it just got weirder and weirder because I read these type of stories every day. I've been
Mm-hmm.
following on the Valaus and the Valal children and crazy things like that. So, when I saw this, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this was still a thing. Remember when Michael Jackson passed away? They were searching for a while, for just make sure it wasn't, saying something foul that had went on. But I didn't hear anything about the James Brown thing. So I didn't even know there was an open investigation on him.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. Now, who was the lady that dropped off the bin, the green bin?
Her name, let's see, Jackie Hollander.
Right. Do you remember what relation she was to him? Because I know she had evidence in there to prove that she had nothing to do with the crime.
They was together, I believe. I
Okay.
believe they had a relationship. Yeah. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But let me see. I believe she had a relationship with the Godfather. She was a white chick that wanted some soul in her.
Woo! Who better to give her that soul than the Godfather's soul? Off the chain.
Okay, let me see. Hmm. Let me see if you check for her in LinkedIn if I could get into the motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that important. So at the end of the day, there seemed to be some confusion on who was there at the time of his death. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing was this his daughter or his girlfriend at the time? They keep saying that she wasn't there, even though they keep finding evidence that shows and supports that,
That
Cleveland was there at the hospital with him.
yeah, that part I'm not sure. I don't, I want to say the wrong thing, but what's up? But yeah, it's just a crazy situation. It's one of those situations where, for years you thinking he was old, had a heart attack, fluid in his lungs. You're like, all right, and then all of a sudden somebody killed the Godfather, a legend.
Understood.
Hmm. Yeah. So oh yeah, and one more thing. Did y'all hear about the 9-year-old Louisiana student that was suspended after a teacher reported seeing a gun in the boy's bedroom during a virtual class?
Wait a minute. He was being homeschooled. And teachers all up in the camera and saw the gun.
Yep. So a BB gun at that, thinking it was a real gun.
She was Ace Ventura and shit like this and shit.
See,
Yo, like you gotta look at like when she's like this and like checking out everybody's. Then like, it don't make no sense.
So first of all, I don't even understand why there is a BB. Like, I guess that was his toy or whatever the case is. So I don't blame the school for getting concerned that they seen a gun on camera, because you have with BB guns, that's mostly what we use in movies unless we use the real pieces. So you know what I'm saying? In those cases, they can look very real. So I don't blame them at all. It's setting off an alarm and this, that, whatever. But once you verify that it's just like a BB gun or this, that, whatever, okay, he's a kid. He was just putting his toy down. He was trying to do his test. You know what I mean? So for you, I think they was going to expel him, I think, altogether. Then they lumped it down to like a 6-day or 5-day suspension, which is not going to help. You know, he's going to miss school because he picked up his toy because I think his little brother tripped over it in the background. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, people ain't happy about the virtual learning thing as it is. You know, a lot of people, especially, you know, growing up, we know about that. A lot of folks and family, you know, they don't want schools and all these people looking into their home or being in their home anyway. So you're already opening up privacy. It ain't like every kid sits up here and live in like, you know, some great family or some great house or some great whatever. So, you know, that's enough. But then you do shit like this, stuff like that can turn off a lot of other people from doing that. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know. I understand the concern and the alarm, but then to punish the kid because he picked up his toy, like, come on, man. It's getting ridiculous.
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been arrested for having a BB gun in my car, and I had took it away from a 10-year-old because he was shooting at cars in front of my building. But then I got arrested for it because it was in my car. I put it in the garbage bag to throw it away. And the cops pulled me over and said it was mine. I was like, nah, I told him exactly what happened. He was like, nah, we got to give you a gun charge. I was like, you give me a gun charge, it's going to go to court.
Right, exactly.
So it was like, they dropped, so I said that, they looked at it like, oh, was it fully loaded? I was like, yeah, it's loaded. I took it off a kid. I told him straight up what it was. And man, listen, he's out there, them cops try to play it on me. So I was like, yo, I told him, like, when I got to the court, he didn't want to press charges because he knew I was telling the truth.
Right, but waste your time.
Waste my time. I sat in there holding myself like a whole day for nothing. But I understand why, because them guns look like real guns.
Right. That's why we use them in movies. But this goes to what I was going to say anyway. Like, if BB guns is illegal, because I don't know anywhere where they're. That's funny because I go down to Florida, I could buy them right out of a corner. So I actually meant to buy a few when I was coming back up here. You know, just for movie props or whatever. But if they're illegal, then why, as parents, why are you letting your kids be in possession of them?
Well, hold on. Where's the kid from? Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can have them out there.
Here's what I say. I don't think the kid should have been suspended. I don't think probably you know, maybe a phone call to the parent, maybe, and that's about it. But think about it like this. The reason I say that because if that was a white kid and had a rifle just posted in the back, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, all of a sudden, that will look normal.
Pretty much.
Yeah, part of his daddy's gun club.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you know, I could see if you're a little alarmed, but to the point that the kid is suspended, and then to find out, oh, what's a BB gun? That shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But the kid was white with a rifle, we wouldn't be having this story.
That's crazy.
Well, the big kid that was caught in a rifle elsewhere and shot some people, I seen a video this morning, they're trying to make him like a glorified hero, Mr. Rittenhouse, and I use Mr. Very loosely. Did y'all see that video out?
This is what I say. This is around the time where people really need to pull Batman moves and be doing crazy stuff to bring people to justice, because it's crazy. Like,
it is.
You got one person to come out there and like, look, they did it. It's a confession. I'll talk to y'all later. Yeah. Like, yo, because I'm sorry, it's like people getting away with downright murder, and it's real fucked up in this world the way we living right now. But it's no justice for nobody. You know, and like you got to watch how you move on certain people because then they try to blame it on Black Lives Matter, or they try to blame it on something else, or they blame it on well, he's this or he's that or he's special, he's this, that, and other. Look, a person will come out walking with a gun and shoot people just for random. That's either a setup, a hit, or just somebody just downright fucked up in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Cool. Now it's another situation that we was all talking about, and I just heard about it. I couldn't listen to it because it's just crazy. But how do y'all feel about this Tory Lanez diss album to Megan Thee Stallion, man?
Man, look.
If this,
so crazy.
if this is not the bitchest nigga ever. First of all, he says he gets drunk and then shoots a bitch. Then says sorry and then do a diss track. This motherfucker right here, goddamn. No, for real.
A diss track, he did a whole album about the whole situation.
Right.
Trying to get, look, and my grandfather would say, if you look at the sympathy, look between shit and syphilis, because I ain't got none of that shit. I'm sorry, you fucked up. You shot old girl in the pinky toe, and it was like, fuck it. So,
and a motherfucking pinky toe, nigga, the pinky toe.
Happening, but it's just like, you shot her in the fucking foot, and you expected her to be like, all right, I'm not going to tell. But she stood by him and didn't say shit. And then when it got shit hit the face, she was like, fuck it, yeah, he did it, and what? So you take your L on it. You did, it happened. Deal with the fucking consequences.
You know what? If he had like a real PR team, you know what they would have did? They would have sent his ass to rehab to make him look good. You know what I'm saying? He does, and then all of a sudden you do a charity event for like battered women.
Yep.
It's sad. It's sad
but
that
his PR team is like, well, move on to the next one.
it's just sad that in this situation that we living in, that we have to see publicly a Black man try to humiliate a woman in the worst way. It's ridiculous, man.
What you think, Liz?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I said, I thought this was over with when she limped ass out the damn limo and into the cop car, wherever the hell she went to. Like, I thought this was over. This dude done brought out, he ain't said nothing allegedly all this time. And now he done brought out a whole album dedicated to talking about how he didn't shoot some chick in the foot.
It's like we said before, that bro code shit ain't like that.
Bro, what's going on, bro?
Niggas is snitching like it's like
they straight violate.
Girls now, yo.
They straight violate. That's what I was thinking. Anyway, who the fuck shoots somebody in the foot? Like, damn, how beat are you?
I'm like, I'm sorry, you shot a girl in the foot and she stood by you. You should have shut the hell up.
Right. Go sit your ass down somewhere.
You should have shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Paid us some money on the low.
Fuck that. You know, like a house full of flowers by the time she got home, bro. Like, I'm sorry. That's fucking up your whole livelihood.
Now we for the ones that's on Xtreme Truth, we are living in the East Coast in Jersey, all of us, and you felt it, D, but I didn't feel it, or I don't know if Legend felt it. But what's up with this 3.1 earthquake? 3.1?
Listen, like I said before, I thought somebody was kicking in my dang wall like a good 30 seconds.
Okay, this had to, but I'm thinking 3.1 took down buildings I thought I saw. Maybe I'm wrong, but what happened?
Yo, it was like about 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah, I was up. I had nothing to do. So I'm sitting there, and all you hear is a rumbling, bro. And I mean, like, I heard it before. I ain't never heard it like that deep. Like I'm in my house and I just looked, and my TV shook for a good couple of seconds. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm thinking it's my neighbor upstairs, but nah, he's sleeping. So I'm like, all right, I'm like, I don't think my neighbor's behind me. Nope. Look on the news. Morning, 321 earthquake.
Here's a small portion from the New York Times. It says, a small earthquake shook an eastern section of New Jersey early on Wednesday, but there were no immediate reports of injuries or damage, officials said. The U.S. Geological, I'm sorry, damn. Sorry about that. I'm going to really edit that part out.
That's the good thing about you being editor, right?
The U.S. Geological Survey said the 3.1 magnitude earthquake occurred at about 2 a.m. near East Freehold community of about 4,800 people, but people around Mammoth County and coastal area of more than 600,000 people reported feeling the quake's effect. I am shocked. This is like the second earthquake that I know of in my lifetime living in Jersey.
Right. And now I felt the first one before. I remember sitting home. I took the day off, and I'm looking at my water. I see my water shaking, and like the floor is shaking a little bit. I'm just thinking it's a big ass truck going through because I was living on a one-way at the time. And then I'm getting calls from the job and it's like whatever, and people, and they're like, "Oh, there's an earthquake," and I'm looking on the news like that was a damn earthquake. Like, damn, Jersey gets earthquakes. So this one that just happened recently, I don't know where the fuck I was at. I didn't even know what happened till you mentioned it, Just D. So
I said it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up wide awake, watching a movie, and I just heard a whole bunch of rumbling. I'm looking around like, what the hell is that? And I see my TV shake a little bit. I see my stand shake a little bit. I was like, oh, fuck up. Wait a minute. I was like, this is real? I was like, it's an earthquake? And then it stopped. I know it just stopped. I was like, all right. So then get on the news like an hour or so later.
Yeah, the earthquake that Legend was referring to, I can remember taking my daughter, not taking my daughter, getting my daughter from the daycare center. And so that was years ago because she's 19 now. And I can remember as we're going there, all the lights shut out.
Wow.
But they came back on. But I can remember I had friends that was living towards further south, and they was out power for a minute when that happened.
Yeah, that happened like 2000. That happened like 2009.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was working up here, and it happened. I was at work. My whole desk shook. I was like, hold up. That was like when I think that was like when it happened in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
All up here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Now, did y'all see? I don't know if too many people saw this, but have y'all seen the memorial of the funeral of Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yeah, I did.
I saw the part that we're probably going to be talking about.
I haven't ever seen a president get that many boos. I thought Bush got a lot of boos back in the day.
No.
Nah, this ain't shit.
Trump got that shit.
They was chanting, vote him out, vote him out.
Yo, if you really listen to it, people saying fuck Trump and all that shit. I was like, yo, they wild out.
Listen, that man done pissed off so many people that would actually people. I'd be happy to see fucking Bush now. Like, oh shit, what's up, Bush?
It's one of the black funeral. So
it's crazy. That is crazy.
We talk about, that's why one thing I love that we can still do in our country. If we see President Trump from a distance, we could just say, fuck you, Donald Trump, and be okay.
Get it in now, because you never know what might happen. Shit been going so damn crazy. We can't even walk to the door now without masks.
You said it's almost felt bad for him. I wouldn't feel bad shit. I'm surprised that nobody threw a shoe at this nigga.
I'm surprised nobody didn't throw the shoe yet. But they tried to get him at that press conference.
Yeah.
Remember? They tried to run up on his ass.
Yep. I'm surprised nobody trying to shoot his ass.
Well, recently somebody sent some type of letter. Well, what is that, rinsing? Or what? It's some
Right.
type of deadly powder, ricin, whatever it's called.
Oh,
They tried to nail
yeah.
him. Yeah, so these motherfuckers done had enough. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I was like, well, it happens. Like, you can't get mad at it. Just look at it for what it is. But
Yeah.
sure, I look at it like the stuff he's doing is not really is fucking us up. He is voted back in. It's a wrap. I'm calling. I'm gonna start training for the purge that day.
Now, I was looking, speaking on Trump, I was looking at this footage on CNN, and somebody was going to like one of the Trump support rallies or whatever. So these guys will come and show them actual stuff where they prove where Trump is lying. And they say, yeah, but we don't care. We for Trump. Like, it's like it's some people in America right now that you could put the truth in front of them right now and it doesn't matter. They are still down for Trump.
Look, it depends. But I say like this: I was never down for one. I was just as surprised as the next person because I for damn sure thought we was going to have Hillary in office. But right now, I'm waiting to see how this debate goes tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That should be interesting.
I might miss him. I'll be teaching. Damn. Oh yeah. So another celebrity situation. All right. The whole cardi-b and Offset. Right now, some news came to me, and if y'all heard about this, y'all can verify. All right. But some news came to me that all of a sudden Offset started kind of feeling that she wasn't trying to conform to wifey material. Like I said, this is what I've heard. When she dropped a rap video, they were saying that he felt ashamed and stuff like that. What did y'all hear, man?
Yeah, I mean,
I
basically,
think it's a whole fucked up situation because they were sitting there like it was good, and then all of a sudden now she's not going to sit there and back him up on anything and just gonna keep on going like that. That's crazy. It makes no sense. It's like you sit there and you back the man up, take him back, go through all this stuff, try to get everything readjusted, then just to dump him inside. So he's talking about if he's like he cheated. I'm like, how would you cheat if you got Cardi-B at home, willing to do whatever the hell you want to do? But some men, it's just like that's not enough. But my thing is like it's crazy. Like she's talking like nobody can. How can I put it?
Yeah.
But basically, it's a fucked up situation because it's going to come back down to what each of them want from this divorce.
Yeah, I mean, now what I heard, let me make sure we're talking about the same thing, or if I heard it or not heard it. They broke up because I guess the image that she puts out there, he wasn't too comfortable, happy about. Is that correct? Is that part of it too? Because she did the WAP song. Okay,
Yep.
motherfucker, you know what you was dealing with when you met. I hate motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's what people used to tell me all the time. I had to learn my lesson. I ain't got you told me about what you can't make a hoe into a housewife, right? And what happens just about each and every time that situation occurs? You know what she's doing. That's like dating Lil' Kim and you're mad because she's wearing a fucking short skirt outside. Like, you know what the fuck she do. You know the image that she has. You know the type of music she do. Why is she going to change her fucking music and what's putting money, food on the table and all those fancy cars they be buying each other and houses and all that shit? What do you think? Wasn't you just boning her like on fucking, what was it, Instagram Live? I don't know what it was. And they had this video of him like hitting it from the back like last year or so ago. That was cool then. Imagine when your kids look back at that. But now you worry now all of a sudden. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, And like I said, if that's the truth and that's the reason for the breakup, you look like a fucking clown.
I totally agree, man, because it's like this. He met her. I mean, not met her. He got with her because she's Cardi B, not a motherfucking housewife. And it's not putting down Cardi B. Honestly, I'm a fan of Cardi B. You know? Shit, when it's so, I like her music. Shit, she's entertaining to me, but I'm just saying what it is. If I was to get with Cardi B, that means I'm going for a Cardi B. I'm going for the chick that made her rise through social media with all that ratchet shit. I know I'm getting that because that's what she shows. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I could not expect anything else. And how you gonna dictate somebody's art? Okay, I don't give a fuck. Like if you get with somebody at their height while they all about raunchy this and raunchy that, and they're still in their 20s, you're gonna expect for them to just like all of a sudden start talking about motherly shit in their 20s? Let's get real.
The one mistake he made, if that was all going to be a problem, is he should have pulled out.
And then this is what I'm saying. And I hate when
fixed all of this.
Hold up. Here we go. I hate when a man get divorced by a chick or whatever, and she's keeping it cool. Let's all be. I mean, I seen interviews. She didn't not really go in on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that now he's feeling some type of way. He letting all these messages out and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he if he's doing this, if he's doing this, he's right now he's allegedly is a bitch for it. Because it's like, you can't expect a woman to be like this and like that when your ass got multiple kids and multiple baby mothers. Don't act like you just a good nigga altogether.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you're a good nigga altogether. Seriously? Motherfucker, you got baggage out the ass, nigga. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, but this is the shit that be killing me when I talk about marriages. I was just talking to a friend or two earlier about marriages and how they end within a year and everybody with somebody new now. Yeah, because everybody, not saying everybody, but a majority of the population, they get married for the wrong fucking reasons. They want to get married because it sounds like the cool thing to do. Oh, their friends had this big wedding, so I want to have this big wedding. I want to flaunt this nice ass ring, this, that, whatever. And then there's after the honeymoon. And that's when shit hits everybody. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she did used to be a stripper. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Some of the homies sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, throwing dollars down a G-string and slapping on the ass and God knows what else. Oh, she come out with this WAP song talking about this, that, whatever. Okay. You ain't think about all that before you married the fucking chick? I'm not mad at her. Do what you've been doing. She's always been 100 from day one. That's what I respect about her. I think she's crazy as hell, but so am I. That's probably why I got a mutual respect for her. So it's just like she ain't ever hid who she was. You know what I'm saying? Even said, she'll show you how she got that diamond ring. So you know what I'm saying? So what are you surprised about, bro? That's why I'm telling people about jumping into fucking marriages because it sounds cool and it looks cool. No, realize who you fucking supposedly committing to spend the rest of your life with, because that's the whole point of fucking marriage. If you're not going to do that and you're going to run out the door as soon as the going gets tough, then you should have never came in the fucking door in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Facts, man.
That's facts right there. That's total facts.
And to make a slight detour, I hear some older women saying that Cardi B is not a role model and stuff like that. Here's the thing. Why do people assume if you're an entertainer, you have to be a role model? Why does that with some people have to go hand in hand? They'll say, well, because you got kids listening to you and stuff like that. Well, those kids probably need better parents then. You get what I'm saying?
Preach,
because you can't say that something just can't be for us adults as entertainment.
No, but that be their fault. That be their fault.
What I'm saying?
Parents always want to put shit on everybody else. You know what I mean? And you know we
It's
go
just like
fast.
it's just like how we like wrestling. We got our face, we got our heel. Either which way down the line, they both have followers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So you can and either which way, if like when we was coming up, like my favorite wrestler of all time, it ain't The Rock, it's Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's like you guys deal with that. He was a heel and a face. I could relate to that. So it was like that, but that wasn't my role model. That was somebody I liked as entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
My role model was my dad. That's who I looked at. That got up and went to work every day. Who was out there, treated my mom like a queen, treated her like she was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, and then other than that, it wasn't like that. It's always up to us as parents to set that example for our kids first and
Exactly.
foremost. Because I can tell you right now, my youngest daughter, I'm her number one fucking fan, and she
Mm-hmm.
know it. And there's no way in hell I will let any of the TikTokers and none of that other stuff. Nah, daddy does what he needs to do and make sure they're all right.
Absolutely.
So it's not with me. It's just like when they say oh, like it's the entertainers duty to be the role model. Not necessarily. It's really the parents who are supposed to be the role model. Let them know they're doing this for what they like to do as fun, and if you like it, you like it. Not because of what they do, but how they doing it. If they bring something positive to you, they bring something positive to you. If they bring something negative to you, they bring something negative to you. Either which way is what you like. You gotta have your own opinion, but just also know it's a respect factor on every level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets ridiculous, and especially speaking myself, and we're all in the entertainment business, and sometimes with some of us, it can branch out either to the family part or it can branch out to the adult. I've done a children's album before, and I've done a full hip hop and R&B album. You know what I mean? I just did a play, that was a Christian play, no cursing, no whatever, family oriented, and I'm on here right now. You know what I'm saying? I would think at the end of the day, people would know how to, justify which one from the other. Like I sent out, I sent out invitations to come watch the show to everybody because everybody has that right to be. Doesn't mean that you have to be out here talking like we talking or using the language that we using or whatever. As long as it doesn't offend you, you might want to watch this. It doesn't mean that I go in tomorrow and then, I'm doing the same thing. Or if I'm in front of children or we're doing a children's show or something like that, I don't know how to control myself. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me. I am for me. I'm not anybody's role model. I stopped being a role model, early 20s? You know what I'm saying? That was gone for me because I needed to be a role model too. That job was done. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if kids want to see my mistakes and my good choices made, then that's fine. But I'm not living my life for somebody else. I don't care what I'm doing. And you should respect that. So unless I'm getting some contract from fucking Disney or fucking Fisher Price, I don't even know if they're still in fucking business. You know what I'm saying? To be this child role model or hop around in a fucking dinosaur suit or something like that, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to work where I want to work. As long as I like it, I feel comfortable about it. And I feel that I can bring the natural energy to whatever project I'm doing, then that's it. Who has to be a role model? Why does Cardi B have to be a role model? Is being a role model what got her to where she's at right now?
Hell
Did
no.
it get her the status of what is this right now? Or because her being her? A lot, and let's put it as it is. The reason why 45 is where he's at right now is because people love the fact that he didn't give a fuck. He is who he is. He doesn't try to hide shit. He tried to lie about every fucking thing, but he doesn't try to hide shit. And people thought that was cool. Oh, reality show. Yeah. Fast forward to 2020. How's that working out for you?
Hell yeah. Woo! You should have ended off with that legend.
Hey, woo!
Hell yeah. But yeah, just that you got did you say no, you got anything to say about the entertainers have to be role models or forcing them to be role models?
I look at it like this. I looked up to entertainers as they're being an entrepreneur myself. I looked up to real entrepreneurs like Jay-Z and the brothers from Fubu and stuff like that to see how they work their businesses and stuff like that. It wasn't a real role model on that type of aspect, of business aspect. I used to watch the drug dealers on my block do stuff.
Yeah.
Like these are real people I see every day. So I want to know how you get in the business to do what you're doing to get somebody to want to do something that they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I ended up at Comcast doing sales because I knew I could talk my ass off and get somebody to do the whole thing like I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I was there with Legend. Legend know I would sit there and talk to somebody and they're like, oh, I'm gonna disconnect. By the time you're done with me, you got like 14 different damn channels and we all coming out with a whole bunch of commission.
Hell yeah, used to rack up, bro. You was racking up in
no
there.
Yeah.
It was like my thing was it was like I got tired. I like me being on the entertainment part, me DJing and everything. I understand that because for me it wasn't a role model thing. It was a way to keep my little cousins out the street. And for me, it was like I was there with my I would do like they wanted to make sure, you know, that it wasn't running in the street. I was to rent a whole, pay out my own pocket and go party and let them invite their friends. And I was like, I'll make a little money and I'll do like old school charge, like $2 per head. And they would go to work, they had something to prove. They call their friends and I had like a whole hall of 150 kids in there DJing and dancing and stuff. So it was like, with me, it was an easy way, you know, me, I want to do something I like. And my little cousins looked up to me and was like, yo, you really out here trying to help us out. So it worked. It was to me, like, I looked at stuff like that. And it's like, me, that's how I got into entertainment. So it was like, you know what, I love helping people, talking to people, doing what I need to do, but it's plain I can do there to everything else I know I can put it into. So I mean, it's like you gotta look at it certain ways. But as far as like Cardi being a role model, it could be for that one girl that don't have it. And she sees somebody that's straight up, not hiding who she is, and this how she sees herself as a woman. And one little girl could be like, all right, this is how I want to be. I mean, she ain't got necessarily go to stripper, but she had that confidence and that strength to be herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you gotta look at it certain ways also. There's always that one kid, you get 10 kids and that one kid that don't have what we have, like growing up with our parents, things like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hear you on that one, bro.
Word. Well, I know for me, knowing that knowing that I'm a dancer and dance teacher and I do performances, I guess a part of my fuel for what done, especially when I was younger. I love to inspire kids, teach kids and stuff like that. So me just falling into the atmosphere of being a role model just fell in my lap. But I never, I guess, had that type of pressure though to, I guess, change so much of what I do. Of course, um, throughout the years, I monitor of what part of me I put out because I have so many young students and stuff like that, especially back then. So I did monitor it, but as far as liberating myself and saying what I want to say when I need to say and stuff like that, I never felt that I had chains on me. You know, maybe me because I had to be a role model, felt that, or felt that my passion within was being a role model for kids. That probably helped me construct it more positively, but I still managed to say anything I want to say. You know what I'm saying? But right now in my life and career and stuff like that, it's like the sense of being a role model. I just say this: listen, I know I'm a positive person. I love people. Hey, just get inspired off the goodness you see. If you see me slip, pray for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So, hood classics, man. Y'all
Woo!
are we ready for the hood classics?
Yes, sir.
Now, hood classics, we give acknowledge to shit that we love in the hood. This could be a television show, movie, or a actor or actress, that did something, or a singer who did something. So now, correct me if I'm right on this, y'all. For hood classics, for movies, we had Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, man. I actually went to the movies and paid to see that movie, and I'm glad I did. To me, it's like a little guilty pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of star power that was in there. Maybe more so B talent actors than A or what have you, B or C. But it made an interesting movie. It's something different from what we're used to watching with Freddie running around and Jason, always taking place in a little suburb shit. We wanted to show that we can show horror too down here and our community in the hood. And you know what I'm saying? So I definitely I enjoy the movie. Anytime it comes on, I sit down and I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm still scared of the Nichols, so they know when it happened. What's the
Nah.
Queensland's third? Yeah, he played that. He played the devil real too good. But I was so scared of damn puppets. I was like, nope, I'm done. I can't do it. It's just like I was like, it's too southern. And it might be true. You never know. So
I mean, to me, it's definitely a classic. I mean, it had David Allen Greer. It had the dude that played Prince, father, Clarence Wilson the third. It's just one of those classics, man, that a lot of people don't talk about. I don't hear people talk about it, so that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, because the hood only remembers Candyman and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's all they talk about. Candyman. All right, Candyman was cool.
hold up, hold up. See, Candyman ain't fucking nobody until you was talking shit. You had like with Freddie and Jason, they fuck with you just on GP.
Word.
But my whole thing is like when you come out like the classic, yeah, that's one. But I'm sorry, if you ever, not to sidetrack from that, but if you ever seen the new Friday 13th, I'm sorry, Jason got, this nigga looking like a Giants linebacker. I can't.
Look like his ass been working out with The Rock and shit.
Yeah, you know what the hell he went out front of this one. It's like, like Michael Myers, like they try to do it, he's still walking around. Like, all right, you're going through that house, and meet you at the other side. They catch your ass. Jason come chase your ass like a damn linebacker. Like, hey, hold up. Like this. I've never seen a movie like that. It gets killed getting beat in a sleeping bag against a tree.
Yeah, that shit was gangster. That shit was gangster.
Mike did look like a whole giant.
I was like, that shit was gangster as hell. But my whole thing, when he started moving, I'd have killed myself right there. Like, no.
My favorite Jason scene off Jason Killed is when my man, the black dude, was boxing him on the fucking rooftop. That's when he went to Manhattan, I think. Stupid ass movie.
Yeah.
That boxing shit. Yo, my man was tagging Jason's ass up. Too bad he didn't have no power with no supernatural powers and stuff, because he was tagging his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he straight Mortal Kombat finished him.
Disrespectful.
I was like, black dude was putting his work. I was like, yo, you about to do it? He's like, yo.
Yo.
The whole time he gets souped up, I'm like, yeah, the black dude's gonna make it. No, it's a wrap.
Nope. But he went out fighting, so I'll give him that. I'll give him that. His form was nice, you know what I'm saying? That shit was kind. I still watch that clip to this day. Like just about 2 weeks ago, I was on YouTube looking up that clip. That shit funny as hell to me, bro.
But then, like, you want to go down like a real hard classic that was funny. It's always been funny as hell to me. Fucking Child's Play. Because when that motherfucker came alive for the first time and came out cussing, I was on the floor. Laughed my ass off. Because he came out, she just looked at the box, and he popped out the box like, you stupid bitch, filthy slut, I'll teach you to fuck with me. I started laughing. I laughed. And I'm like, yo, are you serious? Oh, he just like really get out of this shit like this? Hilarious to me. I watch the movie all the time and laugh every time. I'm like, why y'all ain't done? I'm just going up and kick this little ass shit across the room somewhere. And then all ass, like, got a little ass feet, he catch your ass. I'm like, that ass stupid as hell. I was like, I'm sorry, that's why I ain't have with no black kid.
See, shit like Child's Play, and I'll say Tales from the Hood too. They cracked me up more than they scared me, but it was entertaining as shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Chucky is just a motherfucker. You know what I mean? He got funnier as the series went on, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But like, there's only but so much you could do with fucking dolls running around. You know what I'm saying? He done
Just like
made like 7, 8 movies. So it's like, all right, there's only but so much you could do with that shit. But I'd be cracking the fuck up. He be talking all sorts of shit.
yo,
So
but
that makes
Freddie got funnier after the second one. That's where the first two scared the shit out of me. But the third going, I was just like,
Man, Freddie was the shit, man.
hell yeah.
Hands down.
He was talking too much shit through the whole movie. But another one that nobody says nothing about, that I think I probably would piss my pants if I see this nigga walking down the street. The creep.
The Creeper from Creepers, yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Yo,
My daughter used to watch that goddamn movie 80 times a week.
yo, because it's funny as hell.
80 times a week, man.
It's an old white dude snatching people up on the highway. I'm like, come on, man. But then what made it so bad, what made it so scary, it was like for people like Jersey, the shit was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh shit, it's like, it ain't that far. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that motherfucker scared the hell out of me for years, yo. But another one,
Mm-hmm.
another one that scared the hell out of me, y'all would probably laugh. But my first horror movie I ever seen was The Predator.
That's my shit.
Nah,
That's my shit right there.
Yo, scared the shit out of me, yo. But then my dad was making fun of me. He's like, it's something about a big Jamaican dude.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yo,
was like, "Get it." But yo, those horror movies right there, along with Tales from the Hood, yo, you can watch those now and just laugh your ass off because it's crazy.
Right. Definitely.
oh yeah, so moving right along, keeping it on with the hood classics. We going to acknowledge a motherfucker queen. Now, us black men, real black men, we like to acknowledge queens, don't we? Don't we, fellas?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna give hell to the queen that made sure that ladies was first, and that's Queen Latifah.
Woo!
Now, hopefully soon, Dana Owens. Okay, no, but we're doing it for Queen Latifah right now. Okay, a woman born in Newark, representing Irvington, New Jersey. You know where I grew up at. So
Sure.
I grew up in Newark and Irvington. Here's like just a summary of all the countless stuff she did. A case some people forgot. Girls Trip, Set It Off, Last Holiday, The Queen Latifah Show, Just Right. I forgot about Just Right. You know we was naming it the other day. I forgot about that movie. Beauty Shop, Living Single, Hairspray, Taxi, Bringing Down the House, The Secret Lives of Bees, Betsy, Joyful Noise, Matt. It's the list is just going on and on. Literally on and on. And we all remember how we came, in contact with Queen Latifah. It was through her music, So, what y'all have to say about that? About Queen Latifah? She should be acknowledged more in terms of her work, because I think every time she did something, she did make it work. Her songs was always powerful. She's a real lyricist, that a lot of people forget about.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Latifah was a lyricist. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. She was a lyricist, and a real singer. So what y'all think?
Yeah, I was gonna say she was one of those first artists that was spitting first, Then she kind of started transitioning, putting singing in there too. And then from there, she's also one of those artists, one of those few artists back then who, you know what I'm saying, did those things, you know what I'm saying, completely right. And then went into the movies and TV and did that shit right and was successful all the way there. That's a talented damn woman. You're absolutely right. She doesn't get brought up in enough conversation. I think she's still doing things to this day.
Yes,
You
she's a
think?
triple threat. Yes. Okay, keep
Right,
going.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And that's very hard to do and do it successfully. And she was successful as each one. Now, what do you want to say is the one she was the most successful at? Probably in the acting world. You know, she's not only been an actress, I think she's also produced some shows as well. Somebody pointed out that she discovered Monica, one of my favorite singers, you know, from my childhood and even on to today. You know, like I said, she did a lot. She contributed a lot, you know, both talent-wise
Naughty
as
by
well as,
nature, naughty by nature, the flavor unit.
yep,
You know, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
would say this. It shows to me. It was like to see her come out. I saw it firsthand where she got it from her mom, Miss Owens. Miss Owens was the truth. And if you ever had to come across her, she never treated you any different. If you met her one time, she treated you the same way every time you saw her. So it's like you see exactly where she got it. So
Yeah.
I mean, like with her, like her determination, you see it just like with Miss Owens was. Her mom was the same way. So you can see exactly how she branched off into everything because that determination ran right through her like it came right from her mom.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna give it up for Jersey because for the few artists that make it out, they really represent. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
if if we talk about Redman, um, Michael B. Jordan, just when people
Faith
make it out of
Evans,
here,
Queen Latifah,
when
right.
from some of the high schools that me and you went to,
Yep.
so so um so I guess uh oh yeah, um it was something that us guys was talking about bringing up. And I think I can't remember, but I think it was a subject that will make Legend raise his eyebrow.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I, I, I can't and I'm upset right now that I can't remember. But fellas, this is, huh?
It wasn't about a relationship.
Was it about relationships? That will make the legend raise his eyebrow.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yes,
raised. You already
yes,
see.
yes,
Here we
yes,
go.
yes.
Here we go. Trying to sit here and be quiet tonight.
I gotta. Okay, so legend, I'm gonna ask you this: how do you feel about Dr. Dre's wife
Yes,
asking
that's what it was. Yep.
asking for $2 million a month?
She's got a motherfucking nerve. See, this is the shit that killed me.
Look,
You
look,
know what I'm
look,
saying?
look.
This is the shit that kills me.
Woo!
What the fuck
Let
have
her
you
go,
been?
legend.
No, I'm serious though. Like, what the fuck have you been doing all this time? All of a sudden now you need $2
Hold
million.
on. Wait a minute. Take a sip. I'm about to go in. Take a sip.
And it's
No,
water,
no, no, no,
everybody.
no.
It's
Don't take a
water.
sip.
It's
Okay.
water.
Okay, drink.
Water. Go ahead.
Because I'm about to get parched right now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. If two people into a relationship, they're both just as successful. Maybe one got more than the other, this, that, whatever. Okay. But you still got fucking money. You got whatever. You get married, whatever. Shit don't work out right. Bad. Why the fuck do you think that now you're supposed to just basically live off this fucking man? Or I've seen situations where it's been vice versa, which I'm surprised. It's been rare that I've seen it. But, where the husband, I guess the wife is making so much. I think, didn't it happen to, was it Wendy
Mary J.
Williams
Blige.
or Mary J.
Mary J.
Blige?
Blige. Mary J. Blige.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, okay, well, shit, they do it to us all the fucking time. But to me, the shit is ridiculous no matter which way you swing it. Okay, we understand that once you get accustomed to a certain lifestyle, you're planning on doing that, for the rest of your life, then you should be trying to make the shit work if you want to stay with that fucking relationship. If I fucking leave a fucking job, you know what I'm saying? If I quit a fucking job, guess what? I'm going to get denied fucking unemployment. My job is not going to pay me because I decided to walk the fuck away, but they're going to give me my same check because I decided not to fucking work there anymore. Trust me, I've tried. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I don't really get, like, where the fuck she come off thinking. And how long have they, all right, first of all, how long have they been divorced or whatever?
They're going through it right
I'm
now.
going through it right now.
And so what does she do? Isn't she a model or some shit?
She's
I'm asking.
um
Uh-oh.
hold up, hold up. Somebody read what Green Ivy put. She put some information down.
Oh,
But
shit.
hold up. Okay,
Look at
so
this
this
shit. You
okay,
got it?
so well, yeah, I have it in front of me now.
Okay.
Okay, it
Thanks,
says
Green Ivy. Appreciate
yeah,
you.
TMZ broke the story. Nicole wants 1,936,399 to cover her expenses, right? Her they say her laundry and cleaning, 10,000 a month.
Bitch, you better get a laundry. Yo, you better get a washer and
Ho-
dryer that shit your fucking self.
Clo- hold up. Clothes 135,000 a month.
What the fuck? You better go to Walmart. Call that bullshit.
Whoa. Education, tuition, living expenses, 60,000 a month. I guess for her. I guess.
I guess you don't need a house.
Okay.
You
Entertainment.
live on campus.
Hold on. It says entertainment, 900,000 a month. I'm not making this up.
The fuck she gonna do? Go live at Never Ever Land Ranch or some shit? The fuck you spending $900,000? The fuck you doing at Never Ever Land Ranch? You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck you going for $900,000 a month?
Hold up. This shit takes the cake right here. Charitable contribute. I can't allow charitable. I'm gonna really edit this shit, okay?
You can't say it because it's fucking ridiculous. That's
Yeah, yeah. Charitable contributions, 125,000.
Hold on, wait. She want this nigga to donate to charity too? You serious?
Bitch, you are the charity.
Wait. She want this nigga to donate to charity?
This is off of TMZ. Okay.
He's
I
charity.
wish a motherfucker would try to force me to donate to fucking charity. What
Yo,
the fuck is the point in
hold
all
on.
She is the charity.
Mortgage.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
mortgage.
whole list is a charity
Mortgage, 100,000 a month. Telephone, cell phone, email, 20,000 a month.
Man, wait a minute. First of all, email is free.
Listen, I am getting this off of TMZ, but I am so hoping that all that is bullshit. I'm really hoping, but listen, y'all.
I bet you it ain't. I bet you it fucking ain't. I'll put money right now. It ain't.
Because she probably got some greasy ass lawyer that know he probably try to get this out to this man. Yo, that's the fucked up part.
You know, if this was the 90s, you know, if it was the 90s, she would never made it, right?
See, people, this is the reason why I've always wanted to get with someone, get with a female, establish a relationship, and if marriage is going to be a situation, do all that before I ever hit it big.
Hold on, let's just somebody talk about him paying. All the kids are grown, so
all the kids are grown.
We got the Warriors. We got the marriage warriors.
Here we go.
Watch when that open floor open up. Oh shit! I want y'all to come. I'll be ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
We got a fucking nerve.
Oh yeah. So what you were saying, Legend? I cut you off. My bad, bro.
I don't even know.
No, he said that he wanted to establish something with somebody before he made it big.
Say it again.
I said you had said you trying to establish something with somebody before you make it big.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I've always wanted to wind up, establishing a relationship with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said, if marriage is going to be a thing, that's whatever. Before it gets that big, because when these motherfuckers come into that situation, when you're in that business or you're at that fucking stake, most of the time it's for glamour. Most of the time it's for news buzzy. Most of the time it's to keep your name into whatever. And then it's also because of fucking greed. You know what I'm saying? If you making money and I'm making money, what the fuck do I need you to take part of your fucking money for? Or even if you're going to do, and hey, alimony is alimony. Why you need some fucking $900,000 for fucking entertainment? Is she buying WrestleMania or some shit? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck are you spending $900,000 for?
Every day is a divorce party.
Shit is fucking ridiculous, but this is normal. See, most niggas ain't got this much money, so they don't get sued for these type of numbers. But you know, when you do, when you're somebody like Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker drop a damn $100 door on the floor. It's like dropping a penny. So, you know what I'm saying? I get he got money, but goddamn, all that man's hard work and efforts, and you're just going to try to cut into his shit and just live the life? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, people in general, and I understand whatever, they have to be smart when it comes to signing these prenups. They need to sign a prenup.
Green Ivy says she is a lawyer.
Oh, so she's sitting on my.
So she know what she doing. She know what she doing. She's probably representing herself.
How much she wants, $2 million.
Exactly, Green Ivy. She knows exactly what she's doing.
I could understand if you are in entertainment and you get with a chick that's a lawyer because you're thinking about business, but that shit could backfire when divorce comes, man. Woo.
Hold up. She said she supported him. Wait a minute. So what? She supported him. It don't matter.
Supported him how? Because they got married in 1996, I believe. In 1996, he was already Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
He was not Andre.
She made his name.
Okay. No. It was she was saying that I remember seeing a report saying that she was saying that she came up with the name Aftermath. So okay. So give it $10 million. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yep.
Get your cut. Get your cut, because if you own the name, own whatever, that's what they do those things for. Get your little cut. Maybe that's what the $900,000 in entertainment is for. Is that what that means?
That's like if I'm laying in the bed with my woman and be like, yeah, babe, you know what? I was thinking about a name. And she said, you know what, baby? Name it Icon Dick Slide. I said, you know what? I'm going to name that shit Icon Dick Slide, right? Icon Dick Slide be the biggest dick slide of all time. We making money. All right? You're going to tell me after we divorce, you're going to get a part of the dick slide because she came up with the name?
Absolutely, right?
Absolutely.
That's how they do, bro. There's so many legal loopholes that they have now, man. That's the crazy shit. That's why I tell you all these times that it be sounding like a joke, be serious. Like when I go out on a date and meeting somebody new, that feels like I got to bring a lawyer and a fucking contract. It's not like we're sitting down trying to draw up a fucking contract. Now, So imagine you're on that scale where you have all that money, you're about to marry and this, that, whatever. Like this shit is sad. You think you'd be safe marrying somebody that got their own shit?
I'm looking at some of the comments, and some of the comments is like, yeah, you should give a residual. So Legend, you know what? You owe me money.
Oh yeah, and you owe me money.
Yeah,
and you owe me fucking money.
Word, cause so I think what connection? Yeah, I think just the connection alone is mine, cause I came up with it.
You come up with it, or I come up with it? Because I came up with Icon.
I came up with Legend.
Let's call it even.
Word.
Either one of y'all motherfuckers.
What we saying is the shit is stupid.
It's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so you know what? I guess you think we should open up the floors right here because
that's it. Hey, we got the soldiers.
Everybody got any comments, questions, Q&A for each one of us? Just want to say something? Let's get it.
If you wanna say something you wanna say or shoot some shit out, shoot it out. If you got a business, talk it out.
Yeah, who's got what to say about this Dr. Dre shit right here? Let's talk about marriage.
What more education she need? You're a damn lawyer. I think you accomplished the goal.
Absolutely, right?
It's crazy. I would believe it if it's crazy. Who else have an opinion out there? Come on now.
Yeah, not only that, anything that we discussed on the show tonight. So let's get it. Or shit, if you got other things on your mind.
Anything goes up here, so it's gotta be free with it.
I know we got some new faces.
I think at the end of the day, a lot of marriages nowadays are done under the wrong pretense. They do it for children. They'll do it for money / security. but they don't do it the way our grandparents and great-grandparents did, which was for a different reason. Even though there were other families a lot of the times, our grandparents and great-grandparents dealt with a lot of BS, where the man would step out and have a whole nother family, a whole nother life, and not even, be considerate enough to think about that original family. But marriage is just, it's lost its foundation in a lot of reasons. It's become a freaking financial contract instead of what it was originally supposed to be. So marriage is just not what it's not what it used to be. That's just the bottom line.
Well, yeah, I am
Yeah,
agree with you.
I
Right,
agree with you on that.
right here it says the divorce rate is about 10% higher for Black women who are college graduates, and that divorce rate increases to 15% for Black women with college degrees and 1 year of graduate school, and 19% for 2 years or more of graduate
Now, why
school.
is that? Now, why is that? That's kind of crazy to me.
Crazy
Because,
as hell.
because I can see why.
Yeah.
Because now they got to the point where they don't to them they don't need no man.
I
Yep.
don't think
They'll
that's always the case. That's not always the case. I
hold
think
on,
there's a
hold
lot of times also when a
on,
woman
hold on,
becomes to a certain
hold
level
on,
of independence,
Yep.
some
hold
males
on,
can be very threatened.
Yep.
hold on,
They keep
hold
their
on.
balls in a purse and let their woman carry it and then get upset if she's making the money. And I've seen it.
Oh shit, I've seen it too.
I seen that too.
Hey,
Saying.
we've
I seen
seen it.
that
Amen.
too.
I,
Yeah,
I
look,
seen it. I seen it in
We've
both
seen it.
ways.
Yep.
I've seen it both ways, and I've always I watched my parents. They both agreed. It was two checks better than one, so it was nobody above each other. But it's like it's certain things that certain women that didn't grow up like, let's say from my generation. It's not the same as the ones that we saw with our grandparents and our uncles and aunts and stuff. You didn't see that. They like it was there for longevity. It was there because they really had nobody else but each other. Now it's like you can divorce somebody, be with somebody the next month.
Right.
Right. It makes no sense. Like my thing is, why would you get insecure if your partner is doing better? I don't care if it's male or female, because at the end of the day, we're a team. So when
That
Exactly.
one
part.
does better, we're better. You know what I'm saying?
That
When
part.
one does work,
Yeah, I
then
get
somebody
that.
else, they pick up that whole, you know what I'm saying? They pick up that other end. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no woman gonna walk around with my balls in her purse. I carry my shit in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? That shit stay right in my wallet, right here. Fuck that.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I admit I'm gonna be that man that I
You know
got
what,
you as
Z?
my party. I
Z?
got you as my party. I'm gonna confirm with you. I'm still gonna do the fuck I want. I'm gonna make sure I check in. Like, look, you sure you cool with this? Because I want to hear no shit after I do. So I'm that type of dude. I'll let you know. But either which way, if I feel like something's good for me to do, I'm gonna run it past you. But I ain't gonna sit there, and bullshit about it. If we a team, I'm gonna let you know. And if you think something else, and we'll try to figure it out together. But that shit right there, I can't.
Well, you know what? I hear it from some women who not even like successful, but just real working women. They get into a relationship with a guy, and it seems like the guy is competing with them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now women, for any time, if any time you are in a situation where you have a guy competing with you, are with a bitch.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Amen.
I was like, if you ain't gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. Because
Amen.
that's crazy. It's like you sit there. Why? Like I said, I grew up this way. My grandparents, my parents, they didn't give a fuck. They both were bringing in money. It's how we want to split it down the middle, make sure all the shit get paid, and we can do what the fuck we want.
Hmm.
So it was like, to me, it was like if you sit there and you trying to compete with your lady, look, you making more than me. Hey, more power to you. That's either we gonna come together, put ourselves together and work, or you can get me whatever I want. I get you what I can. I mean, it's gonna work either which way.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
See, the problem is
Can I
they're
say
competing
something?
with the wrong person. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, go ahead, Mama. You've been trying to say something for a minute.
Okay. Well, me having an experience of being married and having that dynamic that I used to have, I can understand both spectrums with that. See, as a woman, you feel as though that you need something, some value or what have you. So of course we're going to go out and try to get these, jobs, these careers and everything, and we feel good. However, when we get into these careers, we get inside our own minds and forget, and then we get in our own ego and then forget about our men. Now there's two, and then I also learned there are two different types of men out there. You have the betas, the betas, and then you have the alphas. Now
Right.
now for us being alpha women, or us becoming alpha women, we want the alpha male. But here's the thing: that alpha man is not going to want us, because he feels as though that he has no reason to be there, because we covering everything. Yeah, we can get degrees and doctrines up the wazoo, but we would never get that man. We would never get that alpha man, because he will feel inadequate. Not the fact that he's competing with you or whatever. He doesn't want to. We talking about real men. We're not talking about the bitches out here. We're talking about real men. So,
Preach.
So I can see why some masculine men, alpha men, will be, will not, disregard someone like myself. Now, these beta men, those are the worst of them all. I swear they are.
Ooh.
They are. They will butter you up. They will manipulate you, just so for their own, for their own intentions. So that's why I don't trust those guys. There was 2 years ago that I was in this group on Facebook, right? And it was some old bull. The men go their own way or what have you, those beta men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them. So
Okay.
one of them said that they're nice guys, quote unquote nice guys. And I'm like, well, if you were that nice, then you would have been married. You wouldn't be in this group bashing women.
Mm.
Because I said that, why I got the backlash from all of them?
They
Damn.
tagged that ass, huh?
Yes, because I said that. I was like, well, see, that explains. And one of them called me a crazy bitch, and one I really because of my Facebook profile picture, I guess. I was
Buddy,
like, wow.
I must not be in this group, because if I saw some shit like that, shit would have popped
What?
off.
Yo, we coming down there. We going to that person's
I
house.
don't play that game.
It was a whole heap of them, y'all. Oh, I laughed because this was hilarious. Like, wow.
Drink the extreme, baby.
Oh, they were extreme as hell. Like, wow.
That's
I was
because you
like,
struck
wow,
a
see?
nerve.
Of
So-
course, because they feel guilty. And they know they're beta men. Because only beta men do that. No confident man would do something like that or say something like that.
That part.
So
So
like I
can I
said,
say something?
sure.
Mhm.
No, I wanted to add on to what you said. Go ahead. I just want to add on. Go ahead, girl. You on a roll.
Okay, so I understand both spectrums, whereas women, we, especially as Black women, we get so downgraded and devalued and all this stuff here. So we feel as though we have to overcompensate and compensate by having these careers. They're said that we're the most educated in America, and
Yeah.
which is cool, but it's like nobody want us. I was like, but why?
And you know what's
That
crazy about
part.
that, before y'all join? I'm actually going to be a special guest as part of this Christians Network's webinar.
Hallelujah.
I can't.
See, of all people, right? They got me on a Christian show.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Heathens
mean-
got places to go too.
You know what? You know what?
Right. And the theme of the webinar is why I forget if it's Black men or just men, but why, I'm pretty sure it's why Black men are not seeking women for marriage. Which is funny, is that's exactly what we're talking about. I'm just like, wow, it's really that serious? But yeah, it is. It really, really is.
Yeah. Well, I tell you my reason why. None of this stuff. I'm just
No,
playing.
go ahead.
No, 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 no.
Let's go.
Let's hear your reason.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Listen.
Let's hear your reason.
Listen. I love Black women. I was only playing. I don't have no reason.
I was about to
Oh,
say.
Can I say
Uh-huh.
something as the
I-
baby of the group?
who's the baby of the group?
I am. I'm the youngest one, I think, out of everyone here.
No,
Know what?
I'm the youngest.
I can't say anything.
You a lie.
No, you not. You a whole lie. Stop it.
How old are you, Dro? And if you're underage,
So,
just don't answer the shit.
Oh.
Oh, shush. Me and my cheeks. I'm underage now.
Oh.
34.
Excuse me?
Gosh.
24, she said, right?
No,
you have a lot to learn.
34.
Oh,
34.
34.
See, I'll give you a compliment, girl. You better work.
I'm the one who's 24.
Everybody thinks I'm a baby. Yes. But what I was saying was, I was raised by a really strong, independent mother since forever, of course. I've always worked 2 and 3 jobs since I was 16. Rita can tell you, I've always been busy. I was a true West Indian.
I was gonna
So
say that,
every
but go ahead.
guy I've dated,
What does that mean?
every guy I've dated from 16 to about 32, I've always made more money than. I never said it. I never act like it, but it was, you could tell they felt some type of way. If they needed a little pocket money, they were always scared to ask. Because I'm like, nah, you might throw it over my head. I said, if you don't got it, you don't got it.
Shit.
I've never been the type to want somebody who make more money, who had a lot of money, because I felt like at the end of the day, that's your money. It's not mine, and my money is mine. We don't share a last name, and if we did share a last name, I always grew up to know that to still have your own account.
That part.
I look out for me at the beginning and the end, because I don't trust anybody when it comes to money, because people can show a true face when it comes to money, male or female. And there's a meme going around saying, if you know a chick who makes more than 21 an hour, she don't hear nothing. I said, I don't hear nothing because I make more than 21 an hour. And so it's like, as someone as young as me, quote unquote, like, if you got your money, you got your money. But I have no shame in wanting to sign a prenup, because what if you the one that's crazy and want to take my coins? What if I do more money than you? What if I start making my business? I have a small business now. What if that stuff becomes real good and like you want to take what I got? I protect what's mine, you protect what's yours, and we could have what's in between. But you're not taking everything I got. And you're not going to degrade me because I worked hard. As a woman, as a Black woman, we're degraded because it's like we're not supposed to have anything. We're supposed to be asking for everything. We're not in those centuries of where we had to, we had to have allowance. No, I like going to my bank account. My mother always told me it's better to go in your own pocket than put your hand out. And that's how I was raised.
Right.
So I don't care what you have. I love my coins.
You
Like I said, I'm
better
always gonna be
preach.
like that. I've always been an alpha female since forever. I have a smart mouth, and I tell people all the time, I said, that is my warning label. I have a smart mouth, and I will not apologize for it.
Well,
And I'm not doing it to be a degrader. That's just who I am. I want you to know that I'm strong. You're not gonna try to manipulate me emotionally. You're not gonna manipulate me psychologically. That's not happening.
yeah.
So I'm always gonna be that strong person.
And
And I just feel like that's just me. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. I was just
You're
saying,
right.
yeah. I was just listening to you.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to cut off, but like I said, as the younger one, like Rita knows, I have not a fear of marriage. I have an unliking to it. I'm not big on wanting to do it. It's just because all jokes aside, I am a side chick's baby.
Why?
Real talk.
I mean,
You so what?
No,
You a what?
she has to explain that. She has to explain that.
I didn't
So-
You
hear
gotta
that.
explain that, Drew.
My father was married already for 2 years before he impregnated my mother.
okay.
Oh,
So
Okay. I was like, what?
yeah, no, that's why I say what I said. I joke when I say that, but it's the truth. And to see all of that transpire, me and my father had an argument when I was 18 because I put a ring on my left hand and I wasn't married. He's like, I don't want to get married. He goes, now, old school Trinidadian father off the boat with the banana still in his mouth, cussed me out like I stole something from him because I said I don't want to be married. Hell, I'd rather be a single mother and pick out my baby father out of a test tube before I have a kid with anybody I don't know, I don't really care for, or get married because that's what we want to do. I literally had this conversation with Rita yesterday. I was talking to a homeboy of mine. I was like, yo, why are you getting married if you still trying to like flirt with me or whatever? He was like, well, I was raised in a 2-parent home and got married and we got kids. I said, that's stupid as fuck. There's no way in hell you want to marry me because you have kids. That's the third male friend I know who done that. I'm not outing anybody,
So wait a
but
minute. You you really entertain the bitch niggas like that?
say it again.
You really entertain the bitch ass niggas like that?
No, we're actually like, no,
Yeah,
we're not
Exactly.
together. We're not doing anything like that. We're platonic.
But
Like, we're really good friends.
hold on. Either which way, you should entertain that fucker because that make you look bad for the real niggas that's out here trying to do the right thing.
Exactly. And that's why I don't really kind of want to do it because I see it too often. Or I see a dude like, oh, I gave my baby mother another baby, so I might as well marry her. That sounds like you said, fuck it. I don't want to
That's
be a
some
fucking
bullshit.
marriage. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to be a fucking
That
marriage.
part.
I don't want to be that girl where we've been off and on for 7 years. Now we get married. Fuck you. No, it wasn't 7
Shut
straight
up.
years. I'm not doing hiccups. This is not double dutch. We're not gonna jump in and out and do tricks. I'm not doing that. I'm not about that life. So
Right.
the fact that I see my father play his game, my father plays his game still. I don't care. I've seen him. It is what it is. You do you, player. I don't care. You grown. But I'm not gonna be that wife at home who gonna check your phone every 5 minutes because I know what you're doing. I'm not doing that. If you can show me a true you, I would only trust a man to want to marry me if we both come to the table with everything on the table, living our truth, being for real who we are, and letting go every baggage, then I'm with it. But people are too scared to show their true selves. I don't mind living my truth. Y'all know from off plenty of podcasts on Monday.
Happy birthday.
Hold on, what's going on?
That's
Whose
just me.
Whose
Whose
birthday?
birthday?
Birthday.
That was a mistake. My fault. That was somebody
Oh.
in the back. My fault.
Oh, no, it sounded
What
good.
was
I want to
that?
get in. I was about to,
to
about to harmonize right there.
Well, I'm sorry. Keep on going. We was
Interrupted by a birthday song.
yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, now you sound like Optimus Prime a little bit.
Well, can I ask a question?
No, but I felt like
Somebody had a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama. Okay. So you saying that you don't want to get married, right? Do you actually want legally married or you just want a partner?
I'm not sure. Because there's so many different things I've seen and so many different things I'm going through. So I'm not really sure. Like, my heart belongs to somebody that for the last off and on for 7 years, and I know it's not healthy. I know it's very toxic. We love each other, but we just can't get shit together. And I refuse to try to do that. My mind might change. I don't know. I even tried to talk myself into thinking I wanted to when I was like 25 because I was told by people like, oh, you need to be married. Like I said, because they look at me as a spinster. And it's just like, no, like, I don't know. I just think because there's a cultural choking, I should say, that they come for me that way. And it's like, no, I was born here and I can make that decision if I want to get married. But I don't want to be married and miserable like you guys. I want to be married and happy if it does come to my life. But I'm not going to break my neck trying to become that way. I, for many years, messed up and did wifely things to the wrong people. And I learned how to stop doing that.
Okay. Okay. Well, for the situationship that you're in, right? I would say leave that person alone because you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere at all. Block him, do whatever, and then be with someone or that show you consistency, that actually is confident as to what he wants. And if he wants to put you in his life like that. That's the thing.
I mean, like,
now,
I've fallen off and I'll text back, but I don't make any contact like, oh, you can come over or I can come. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. He said, can I see you? I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm between the vision of punching you in the throat when I'm on deck or if I'm going to hug you. So the fact that I'm in between those two, I don't need to see you. And I told him that.
And don't even give him any airtime or any time or breathing space to even talk to you. Just block him altogether because he's going to keep doing that. He's going to keep giving you false hope. You know what I'm saying? We say that we don't want to get married or don't want to get married again and again and again, but it's like deep down we do want someone. You know, we do.
Yeah, it's such a thin line.
But
it's
now
like you don't. It's like you want to, and you're like, eh.
But then you'll be discouraged because you see the bitch assness that's out there now that I don't understand. Like,
Me neither.
oh God. And like I said, I'm not like the perfect woman either. There are some things I am working on
Amen.
as myself. You know, sometimes I do come off a bit strong. I do. I'm not going to sit up
Me
here and
too.
lie. And I know I have to fall back on that because that's one of the main reasons why my marriage ended, because I was too strong. But then I was married to the wrong guy. I married for the wrong reason.
Mm.
Ladies, y'all for your,
So
yeah,
that was my thing. But then now
Yeah.
I am 40 years old and I see this, you know, and I get discouraged. I'm like, ew. I say to people all the time when they had asked me, when they ask me,
No,
you know, the damn dating seat is like a cesspool now. Like, ugh.
it's like Blinky from The Simpsons. That's what that pool is, like Blinky.
wow,
I don't want none of that pollution.
Yes.
wow.
But
I literally walk around like, yo, this is where we got to pick from?
All right,
This is what's
all right.
And
left?
hold up,
Listen,
and I just want to before I forget, within the subject that we was talking about, um before we detour to something else, black women made up 53% of the black labor force in 2018. So eh, you know, one can say that black people need to get it together and stuff like that, and in some parts I believe we do, but we also understand that it is a system that these are the reason why our numbers are like this. So we fighting against ourselves and the system.
yes,
So
Well, there's
it's
another reason too.
it's a
It's,
The
it's
reason
also,
why.
workforce is
it's
the
also,
workforce, but
it's
a lot
also,
of people of color are also now entrepreneurs and working for themselves and not for the workforce. So that number may actually be a little inaccurate if you really think about it.
well, hold on. It's also the crab in the barrel mentality amongst our people too.
But you know what? You're right. I have to. I'm gonna look deep into that. But that you made a good point about black-owned businesses and stuff of that nature. You definitely got a point. Um, so anything else about the show that caught your attention? We was talking about the Tory Lanes, the cardi-b, and Donald Trump
Oh
getting
dear,
booed.
them
What
people.
else?
Okay, well, first of all, for the whole Cardi B and Offset, whatever, him, they both toxic, tell you the truth. And
Mhm.
it amazes me how people are so surprised that this relationship was not going to work. I'm like, first off, this heifer is on here. She actually admitted to drugging dudes to rob them.
Yes.
And
Where
everybody just
is that
looked
wife?
over.
Where the hell is that wife material? One.
And do you
She
want to make a
even
wifey?
yeah,
That's
and
that
Yeah,
then
gangster.
she comes out with the song WAP, WAP, whatever the hell how you pronounce it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Wet ass pussy.
So
Yeah.
she even admitted to lyrics. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I can tell you how I got this ring. Come
Listen,
on now.
I'm going to tell you right now, okay?
Uh,
And I had great pussy in my life, okay? But I am not going to be with a woman long term if she don't know how to cook. I'm sorry. I mean, I could cook and I could cook my ass off. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But it just, I just can't imagine having a hard day of work or just coming from inside and you know there's never a damn home cooked meal.
And
That
then
sound that's
You
fucked
know, it's
up.
funny. That's actually how I learned to cook because I kept running into women and dating women, and they either had
yeah,
no idea how to cook or if they tried, it was that trying. So
but
right. And then
these
for
are listen.
and then the Offset dude, wasn't he cheating before they got married? He was
Yeah,
cheating like off the reason.
I
So
thought so.
yeah, wasn't that out? Wasn't that out? So they were both in the wrong. And they were both wrong for each other because they have something that's wrong within themselves. And that's the problem. People who don't want to face themselves, but yet and still they want to deal with have people in their lives. If you don't even want to deal with yourself and be by yourself a minute for a while, what the hell are you going to do with somebody else in your life?
Exactly.
What the hell are you going to do with somebody else? If you
Right.
don't even know who you are. I had asked somebody, they said they just want to be happy and they want to be married and all that. And I had asked this person, I was like, okay, what makes you happy?
Mm.
She couldn't answer that. She couldn't give me that answer. I was like, okay, so how you expect for other people or another person to make you happy if you don't know how to make you happy?
But
Right.
that's not,
I told,
but a
And
lot
you,
of, hold on, a lot of women think that us as men are supposed to bring that happiness to them. No, they're supposed to have that before they even get with us.
Not a lot of
exactly.
women in
So
general. I
it's
think
like,
just women and men need to
yeah,
learn how to
it's
be
that
happy
they're supposed to have
alone first.
yeah, I'm not supposed to bring that to
Exactly.
you. I'm supposed to either accentuate it a little bit more, or you're supposed to have that with you when I meet you. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, with me, I'm happy all around, either which way, if I'm alone or not. But either which way, if I'm coming to you, I'm having my own happiness, even with or without you.
But you know, women look at
Some
us
people have
weird
a
when it
fear of
comes
being
to
by
that.
themselves.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and they shouldn't.
No, you said the same thing I said. Some people have a fear of being by themselves. I actually know a woman who used to date young dudes knowing it was toxic because she didn't want to be by herself. She felt like the old dudes didn't want her, so she used to flaunt what she had in her pockets to keep people.
Wow.
you
And
know
that's
But
what?
the thing that I'm not getting.
that's a dumb reason. That's a
I
dumb
would
ass
just
reason.
like to offer
I'm not,
another
that's what I'm
perspective.
not getting. Why are you dependent on people to make you happy, to put value in you? And
Hold,
that's
There's
another problem that we have. We
hold up.
waiting for people to put more value into each other. I'm like, nah, you come up with that value by yourself.
Yeah. Hold on,
Yeah.
Capri, you have something to say?
Yeah, just a different perspective because when she came out and she gave out her reason for the divorce, it was just more so she said it wasn't about the cheating. Nobody really knows except for in that house what it really was about. But from my perspective, my situation, I can
That's
see how two people can grow apart but there's still love, but it's no longer intimacy, or you no longer have that what it was before. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, especially if you marry younger, as you get older, if you two both have different goals or you both just start to move differently, you can also amicably, because I think a lot of people don't get divorced just because, oh, this person's not cheating or they treat me fine. But if there's no longer any passion there, or it's not, y'all just friends at this point, I think that could be another reason why you can get divorced and it's okay. Like I think people see divorce as a failure. I don't think it should be looked at that. Like that's just
Shit,
not
I didn't see my divorce as a failure. I said, set me free. Shit.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
but
completely
see my
agree with you.
divorce as a learning experience. I
Mine
have
mine
learned.
was a learning. It
I
was
don't see it as a
totally
failure at
learning
all.
experience.
It's a learning experience for me.
Right.
You
I
know,
don't.
I'm
at first I saw it, that way, as me being a failure. And I also said to myself, I was like, well, if I'm not good enough for this guy, then I'm not good enough for any guy. That was my mentality 4 years ago. I am open to it or what have you. I just see it as a learning experience now. You know, I learned about myself throughout this journey, and hopefully he did too. But I just know when my man does come, I know what to do, and I know not what to do.
but
Right. And that's what I really don't be understanding, because it's like, okay, some things just don't work out. Everything happens for a reason.
and sometimes it's okay
Right.
if it doesn't work
Yeah,
out.
Absolutely. We're not at all sitting up here saying that just because you get a divorce, oh, you should have learned your part. Oh, you should have. Because sometimes, first of all, you don't really know a person, until you start living with them.
that
And a lot
part.
of these marriages I see, they're not even living together, or maybe they go hang out at the house or their apartment or whatever. No. You need to live together to actually know
Exactly.
the real person. And then, like I said, some people are good with hiding secrets. This is males and females. Some of them live that secret life. They don't know how to turn it off when they're getting married. They feel like they're obligated to do that because, hey, this is a good girl. This is a good guy. I want to keep them. But they're still doing their shit on the side. You know what I'm saying? And then when shit hits the fan, it's okay because you're not happy right here. And this is the one thing that kills me about everything. And people that know me personally know when I got back from Florida, I think it was about maybe 2 or 3 years before I actually started dating. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't even happy what was going on with myself. So my thing is, if I'm not happy with myself, I can't depend on anybody else to make that happiness for me. You have to have happiness in here. Because if you go around somebody else, you're going to make them fucking miserable, bringing all that misery, all that whatever, making it act like it's their responsibility to make you happy. No, it's your own responsibility to make yourself happy. If they add to that happiness, then by all means, you know what I mean? So that's great. You know what I'm saying? But for all this thinking that, oh, my happiness has to come from here, like that's a death trap any fucking way. Because if that's the case, and this husband is going to give you all your happiness, then what the fuck was you doing all these years before you got married?
Exactly.
All right, Leslie. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 o'clock. All of us tonight, we got something to do. So we got to be staying on today. We appreciate everybody coming out. I'm going to shut it down for tonight. Be back next Monday, 8 o'clock. Thank y'all for coming out. Icon.
Well, first of all,
Oh,
before we go, like I said, I want to thank everybody. Capri, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, Wita, thank you. And,
Thank you. Awesome show.
Yep,
peace
same
out.
thing. Lona,
Bye.
thank you both.
Lona, thanks for coming through.
Long time no see.
DJ.
Good to hear from you. Dro, thank you. I see we have somebody else that signed in. I know they're just getting here. Might want to stick around for a minute or two after we cut the camera. You know, sometimes some interesting shit go on. I have to 11:01.
Yo, listen.
You ever tune in to other shows?
Yo, listen, we might need to do like I don't know, a underground series and shit. because hold on, before we cut off the recording, see what people don't realize, right? We call ourselves Xtreme, all right? And yes, we be telling the truth, but for whatever reason, everybody want to get extreme once we stop recording.
Right.
Oh.
Wait, I was extreme during last 2 weeks ago.
Man, God, we turned off the
talking.
recording.
Who's that
Shit got
talking?
real.
Hey, it turned into a goddamn concert that last 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you a lie, Rita.
It went from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a concert.
You innocently don't get caught.
All right, so
innocent.
Destiny J, I see you're in the building too. That's
after
one of the
the
main
recording,
perpetrators.
it gets
yo,
extreme.
just the end it off, boy.
Well, ladies and gents, it's been a pleasure. See y'all next Monday, 8 o'clock sharp. Xtreme Podcast, Xtreme Truth. Oh.
Yeah.